I'm Joseph.
I'm Brandy.
And today we're going to talk about the color lift. The color lift, same proportions. You're going to put it into 4 sections. You're going to take 4 subsections, but we're not going to color the roots. The reason why is because your skull or your head produces a lot of heat. So therefore, anything put on the roots is going to process way faster than any other part of the head, even if it's virgin hair. Because it's all new, it's fresh, it's just straight out the gates. So you're going to get what we call hot roots. So you would process it on the ends first for about 30 minutes, and then the last 15 minutes you would now apply it to the roots. That way when you rinse it out, it's nice and consistent from root to ends. Because of the heat that's produced by your head, it does not need to stay on your roots the whole 45 minutes in order for it to lift and to get where it needs to go. It takes a shorter amount of time because heat is being applied to that color of your natural heat that you're offsetting your body. So this one's really easy to do. It takes less time because you're only doing so much of the hair. But again, you just want to be careful and make sure that you're applying it to the right spots. Like I said, even virgin hair takes time to lift because of natural things that happen in the world, like the sun, pollution, anything like that, smoking, people, like product, flat ironing, blow drying, it all affects your ends. So technically, even though you might have never done anything chemically to your hair, it's still not virgin. It's being exposed to different things. So you still have to take proper precautions. Anything else?
Anytime I'm doing like a red color, even if it's like the same level, just because reds are so vibrant, reds, blonde, anything that's lighter than their natural, it's gonna lift. And you can always tell somebody has probably done like an all over, like root to end or box color, because it never fails with the red. They always have like bright orange roots right here, and then they have this pretty red on the bottom.
Exactly. So this is why a lot of people pay us big bucks to do the hair. It's because simply we know little things like that, not to put color on virgin roots until the last 15 minutes. Because a lot of people that go home and do bots color, they just slap it on root to end, and that's how they get hot roots or the inconsistent. Like we've all seen that one girl that tried to dye her hair brown, but it's like a milk chocolate on the roots and then dark on the ends. It's because she put it on her roots, root to end, so they got hot. The heat produced it to swell and to open up and deposit way faster than the rest of the hair. So therefore it came out with an inconsistent color. Or like what she brought up with reds, how people have like stop sign red roots and then this nice ruby red ends. It's because they did a root to end on virgin hair. So just remember to do the color lift procedure properly and everything should be a-okay. So now, Brandy?
I think it's me.
Yeah, it's gonna show you how to lift. So.
Hey guys, so we're going to demonstrate how to do a color lift today. So first we're going to talk a little bit about why you would use a color lift, and then I'm going to physically demonstrate it for you. So why you would use a color lift. If you want to use color instead of bleach, there's a reason why. If you're going to go lighter than your natural, so if I have naturally dark black hair, you could use a color lift to lighten it, but it has to be virgin. If they have color on their hair, color does not lift color. So a high lift color is not going to lift black hair color or any type of color at all. So it needs to be virgin hair color. So anytime you're gonna go lighter than your natural, so if you're gonna go blonde, if you're gonna go red, anything that's going to be a lot lighter than their natural. And that's exactly what you're gonna use it for. So I'm gonna demonstrate on a mannequin how we're supposed to do it, how long to let it process for, when to apply it to the roots. We're gonna talk about all of that, all right? Hey guys, so now we're gonna actually demonstrate how to do a color lift. So she's already 4-sectioned and she's chemically draped. So we're going to get our protective cream and we're going to do it right on the hairline where it meets the skin, and be careful not to get it actually on to the actual hair because it will not color after. Color will not be able to lift through the color protectant. gel, and we're gonna start working. So let me show you exactly how we're gonna do this. We're gonna take 1/4 inch subsections. So what that means is you get a comb and measure. This first tooth is 1/8. 2 or 3 more after that is 1/4 of an inch, okay? So if you have a hard time measuring, you can physically measure with your comb, okay? So you're gonna get your 1/4 inch. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna start about 1/2 inch away from the scalp. So let me see if I can do this so you can see it. Okay. So about 1/4 inch away from the scalp, and we're going to paint it on from 1/2 inch away from the scalp to the ends, and make sure it's completely saturated, okay? Lift it up and apply to the back. And the reason we're going to stay away from the roots is because the heat will help it process faster, and that's where you end up getting a lot of hot roots, okay? So then we're going to place our brush right here and pull and indent, okay? So you can see on the side, there's my indent right there. So let me show you again. Take another 1/4 inch subsection, about an inch away from the root, and we're just going to paint it on, making sure to saturate. Okay, and then we're going to indent again, just like that. And you can kind of see my indents already. So I'll show you one more, and then we'll work through it, and then I'll show you again how to pull it back through so that you indent going down as well. So again, a 1/4 inch. About 1/2 inch away. And indent, okay? Just like that. All right, we're gonna work through this a little bit faster and show you how to do this. All right, guys, so we've reached the bottom. So when you're coming back down, or when you're gonna re-indent, so what the easiest way to do, because it seems everybody gets confused when they're indenting when they actually haven't touched the root. So where the dry part meets the gel, that's where you're gonna pull hard, okay? And it will indent, all right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring down all those previous sections, so resection, okay? And then re-indent, all right? Just like this. And the reason we want you to do it like this from top to bottom is so that you can get in the habit of actually indenting, because it is required on state board. They need to be able to see what indents or how big your indents are, so that way they can measure, they can actually see what it is that you're doing, because you can't talk. So they don't know if you're gonna be doing a relaxer or a retouch, color retouch, bleach retouch, okay? So they need to be able to see all of that. Okay, so right here in the front, these are a little bit larger sections right up top. So I'm gonna start going diagonal like this until I have enough left right here so it's not such a big section. So I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna take a diagonal just like this, okay? And again, a 1/2 inch away, and make sure you saturate. And I do this about 3 or 4 subsections, just so that my other sections won't be too big, okay?
say, you don't wanna say, but you do say. That's what bothers me.
So we finished applying from 1/2 inch away from the scalp to the end. So when you're done with that, you're going to let this process for 30 minutes. Then at 30 minutes, let me show you what you're going to be doing. You're going to outline your sections. So let's go ahead and outline. Okay, after you have your sections outlined, you're going to go back in at 1/4 of an inch and apply the color to the root, okay? Then you'll indent again, going back, another 1/4 inch. Apply to the root and indent. Let me show you one more time. Okay, apply to the root and indent. So again, after about 30 minutes after you apply from the 1/2 inch away to the end, you'll let that process for 30 minutes and then come back in, outline your roots, and then you're going to actually apply it to the root, okay? And then, so when you're doing a color retouch, you're gonna be indenting a lot. This is really good practice for your indent, especially for state board, because they have to be able to see that, okay? So you'll go back through, indent top to bottom, and then when you're done with this section, again, you'll come back through and re-indent. So you indent 4 different times. So say I'm done with this, I'll come back through and re-indent, okay? Just like that. And that is how you do a color lift.